Hey guys, alright, we're back. We have our MongoDB find lookup working now. So if we try to put in things, and then say we want to find for a specific status, let's go this, we've found one, and we've got back our data here. So now let's do it again, but let's set the status to like something wrong. We're now getting back an empty array. So the find in MongoDB, if it doesn't find anything, it's going to return back an empty array. So we just needed to handle that on the client side. And then we can check that our regex is working. So if I put like this in, we're getting back two of them. So we're saying, hey, harbor and completed. So let's put in harbor, and then let's put in completed. And then we're getting back just the completed. So our regex is working great. The next part now is we'll start to create a auto-populating thing. So it'll start to basically spit all these out on our page here with all the addresses that it's found and then the statuses that it has against what it's found. So that's what we'll do in the next video. But we'll just jump into how we've got to this stage at the moment. We chuck some data into our database using our push data page that we did in the last video. And then in this one, we have created a retrieve data page module, or component, sorry. For its page, and we're just passing through our authenticate straight away again that we touched on the first video. And then this was actually very easy. I basically just copied paste our form handler code basically, because we're going to be using the same things, right? We're going to be using address, status and errors. Pasted it all back in here, changed up some of the variables on our API. And then, yeah, literally just copy paste the same form code in as well. So very, very easy to just populate this out. What we will do is we'll probably be adding in another component down here, and this will be our auto row generator, I guess, for all of our data. And we'll use a parent props data to pass through once our API is done, which will start to populate out down here. So that's what we'll do in the next video. And then on our server-side code, we've just got our one lookup address API that we've written here. We're just pulling in our address item. Remember, we made the address item schema in the last video. And then basically we're then just checking if the status is set to empty. And then if it is set to empty, then we can do a regex just basically on the address. So then that way, from a user's perspective, they can just leave the status blank and pull down addresses if they want, which will then populate if there's any kind of status against an address. And then this is our else condition that, hey, they've selected a status, so let's do a regex on the address, and then let's do a regex on the status that they've chosen as well. We've got options I, so it's not case sensitive, and so that's when you could see I could just type in the word with a lowercase letter, and it would allow it through. So yeah, if in the case of it doesn't find things, it returns that empty array, and then that's what we're handling on our client side in here. So I'm basically just saying, hey, if result.length equals 0, then nothing was found. So what I'll do is we'll start to create auto-populating feature, and we'll go from there. Is a little annoying because it is an array with objects in it, so it's an array list of objects, so we will have to use a loop. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't written a single loop the entire project because I try to steer away from them, but it looks like we don't have a choice anymore, so I have to do that.